Alright, so I'm doing part 6 now. Hopefully this will be the final part, but I doubt it. So what you want to do is you want to grab a half wedge down, put it right here, and then put it right here. And then you want to go to your angle lock, grab an angle lock, and make sure your angle lock is make sure the angle lock is facing is like this. So make sure your thing will spawn like that. So whenever you have it like that, you put it in the middle. And then what we're gonna do is I want you to try to keep up as best as you can, because I'm gonna go off and on I'm gonna go from fast to slow. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if it's 16 blocks, if that's correct, which it is, so then you're gonna so once you put down 16 half blocks like that, you're gonna want to grab a half wedge down 1 times 2, put it right there. Then you want to go down. Then you want to go to the helium blocks, and you want to do 1, 2, 3 helium blocks, and then you want to go to the wedges, and you want to put a pyramid wedge right here. And then you want to go to wedge, and you want to grab a 1 times 3 wedge and put it right here. And then you want to put another wedge right here that's like this. And then you want to grab a 1 times 4 wedge, put it right there. Remove this wedge, and then you want to put another wedge like that. And then you want to put another 1 times 4 wedge, and then you want to go down to the triangle wedge, 1 times 3. Put it right here on the sides, and then switch to the 1 times 4. And put it on the sides of that, and then you want to grab a 1 times 3 wedge, put it on the side right here, and then you want to go up to the half block, grab a half triangle wedge, and put the half triangle wedge right here on both sides, and then you want to grab a half wedge down and put the half wedge down right here on both sides. Once you've done that, go in first person or however you're going to do it, and just go, oops, my bad, and just keep going until you reach the very end right there. And then do the same thing on the other side. And then you're going to go to the super rocket engine. And you're gonna go to this purple screwdriver, and you're gonna make your increase power T, and you're gonna turn on this right here. You're gonna turn it on/off only mode on. Make sure you turn that on, and then you're gonna put one right here, here, and here. So make sure they're facing just like how mine is, and then you're gonna put one here and then here, and then you're gonna go to the blocks. You're gonna grab a beam. You're gonna go to the beams, 1 times 4 beam, put one right here, and put one right here, and then put one here, and then you're going to grab a super rocket engine. And what did I just put? Oh. And you're gonna grab a super rocket engine, and you're gonna put one right here and here, put one here, one right here, and then one right there. And then those you don't mess with. The ones that we just placed down just a couple seconds ago, you don't mess with them. You don't change your keybind or anything. Now what we're gonna do is you're gonna put a super rocket engine right here, put another one down, and you're gonna do another one right here. Wait, hold on, sorry, remove those, just don't remove this one. And then actually no, go ahead and remove that one. Okay, so we're gonna put the super rocket. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. My bad, not right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can do 6 right there, super rocket engines like that, and then you're going to do another set of 6 behind that, just like so. And then you're going to put a super rocket engine right here, and then you're gonna do one right here. So you can do 2. So you can do 3 right there. So they need to look like this. And after you've done that, you're going to go inside, and you're going to go all the way back, and you're going to put a block right here, block right here, block right here. So you're going to fill that up. You're going to come on the other side, put a block here, 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 and then here. And go ahead and then paint that on the outside. Turn it metal. And then you're going to turn this metal, and I'm pretty sure this is actually, this middle one is actually the same color as the interior, but let me double check. Ouch. Yeah, I think so. And then you're gonna go back to your blocks. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can do 6 blocks like that. And then you're gonna paint them, and you're going to, oopsie daisy, I didn't mean to do that. And you're gonna make them metal, and then you're going to go down to the and also paint the middle part that I painted. You're gonna go down to wedges too, and you're gonna grab a round wedge in, and you're gonna put it right here, and on the same thing on the other side, and boom, you're done with that part, which is just a little part. And then you're gonna go and paint it whatever color you're using, and we're currently at 6 minutes. That's not bad. And then you want to go down to your pilot. You want to grab a pilot seat. Put a pilot seat right here in the middle. That's on this half block. And then once you have done said thingy, oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. You guys probably, hold on. You go to half blocks, and then put a if like, I don't know if I did that in part 5 or not, but if I did, then good. But if I didn't, then put a half block right here. Like, you'll put a half block right here, and then you'll turn it on, paint it, and then you'll get your pilot seat, and then you'll put it right on top, and then you'll you'll color the middle of the seat, and then you'll color the rest of the seat. Or yeah, that works. And then you want to go to your trails, and then you want to make sure, go to a purple screwdriver, turn all of this off right here, and then you want to put your one right here like this, and then flip that around, and then put one like that. So it needs to look like that. And then you're gonna go ahead and turn those trails metal, and then you're gonna paint them black. So all you have to do is use your camera, paint them, and then you're gonna go to the blocks. You're gonna put a block here, 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 and then you're gonna do another set of blocks. You're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then let's go ahead and paint it. And then turn it metal, and then you're gonna go down to the plate. You can do one plate right here. We're gonna do a plate right here, 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 and then do 2 like that. Go ahead and turn those. Go ahead and turn them wood. So you're gonna make them wood. After you've made them wood, you're gonna make your plate. You're gonna flip around your plate like this. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like so. And then you're gonna go back to the blocks. Put a block here, right here, right here. And then go ahead and turn these guys metal. go ahead and paint your floor accordingly, and then you're gonna go to your stairs, which are right here, and then you're gonna put one right here and then one right here, and then we're gonna paint them gray so you can see, so you're able to see them, so they don't fully blend in with the plane. And then you're gonna make them metal, and then we're gonna take another block. We're gonna fill this gap up with blocks, and then make that metal, paint it, and then we're gonna put a block here. We're gonna put 2 blocks here in the corner right here on both sides, and then we're gonna go down to the half blocks. We're gonna grab a half wedge 2, and we're gonna do this, and then you're gonna flip it around and do that, and you're gonna paint it, and then obviously we'll make it metal, and then you're gonna go to the plates. You're gonna put a plate right like this, and you're doing the same thing. You're doing on the other side, and then you're gonna flip your plate like that. You're gonna do 3 like that. Then you're gonna grab a half plate, and then you're gonna do 1, 2, and then you're going just to make a metal. You don't have to color them because this is supposed to be like the medical bed area, and then after that, your interior and rockets in the main body of the plane, like in the future, like in the whole entire, like this part of the plane, the main body is done. So now let's go ahead and patch this up. Let's go ahead and get this finished. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the triangle wedge block, and we are going to grab a triangle wedge 1 times 4, put it right here, flip it around, and do the same thing. And then you're gonna do the same thing. So, and it should look like this. And after you've done that, go ahead and turn that part metal. Making sure I didn't turn anything else metal. Okay, so after that's all turned metal, you can go ahead and paint it the appropriate color that you're using. If you're not using mine, that's fine. Perfect. Why don't you just use your slider thingy? It's a smart idea. I would, but I'm already hyper focused enough, so I'm gonna be doing it pretty fast, anyways. And then I know that I don't want to risk damaging the stuff below me. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go and you're gonna save it. Now obviously we're not done, and then we're gonna go ahead and spawn in because we're gonna test it. So every time you guys spawn in, well, not every time, but here and there when y'all spawn in, the turret sometimes will do this. If y'all seen what I'm seeing, you see how it does that? Well, if it does that, you need to like respawn until it's perfect, because it's like a bug or a glitch. I want y'all to know about that. So you kind of have to like, oops, I had it. So like, look, I just want y'all to be aware of this. So now, as you can tell, that my plane is, you see how my landing gear or how everything's like working, my turret, because like, you can tell if your plane's gonna work perfectly based off your turret, but at the same time, not really. But make sure you test it, and make sure the turret moves. Like make sure it goes, you know, make sure it moves. And then obviously, you know, test everything while you're at it, even including the bomb bay. And then, man, this thing is beautiful. If it works, then go ahead and despawn, and let's continue. By the way, this is also going to be unedited. And then, if you get stuck in the front of the nose, don't worry. All you have to do is just run in the back, and then boom, you're good. And then, now what we're gonna do is we are gonna go to the half blocks, and we're gonna take a half triangle wedge right here, and we are going to put it, we're gonna put the half triangle wedge, we're gonna put one right here, and then we're gonna do one right here, I believe. Yes. And then we're gonna do one right here, like on the other side. And then you're going to grab a half wedge down, and then you're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and then you're gonna grab a half block, put that half block right there, and then you're gonna paint it. Yep, that's right. And after you've painted it, turn it metal, just like so. And then you want to grab, well, first go ahead and save it, and go ahead and spawn back in again, just to make sure everything is lined up. So everything should be lined up. If it is, that means one, you've been following, and two, you've been doing great, and three, I'm proud of you. So give yourself a pat on the back, or if someone else is in the room and you're watching this and you're actually doing it with an audience, with a live audience, then they can give yourself a pat on the back or whatever. But other than that, yeah. Or unless if you're just watching it for fun. I don't blame you. Make sure everything works. And then if everything works, like your bombs, drop those. Make sure those are able to drop. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. And then you wanna bring in your bomb bay. You wanna raise this back up. And then make sure your turret works. And make sure your guns work. Okay, so if that works, you can now despawn. Now let's go ahead and get the tail. Let's go ahead and finish the tail. And what we're gonna do is, what you're gonna do is you're gonna count. So you're gonna count with me here. We're gonna count to 11 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the 11th block you're gonna remove, and then you're gonna skip one block, and you're gonna remove the block that's over that. So you're gonna skip. It needs to look like this. So you're gonna skip one. So you're gonna skip one block, and then you're gonna have 2 holes. And then once you do that, you're gonna go to your compression block. Put your compression block like this. So it's gonna fill up that little. So it's gonna fill up those holes, that gap. And then you're going to paint them. Also make sure you turn in metal as well. But after you've done that, you're going to grab a wing. Go to the wing panels. Grab a wing panel 1x2. Put it right here. And then you're going to take a wing panel 1x4, put it right there, like right there. And then you're gonna go to Delta wings, and you're gonna put a, I think it's a 4, I think. You're gonna put 1 times 4 Delta wing right there, and then you're gonna switch to a 1 times 3, put it right there. And then you're going to switch to a 1 times 2. So you're going to put it right here. And then you're going to switch to a 1 times 4 again. And you're going to, well, okay, so you're going to put it like this, and then you're going to flip it around and put it like that, put it right there. And then you're going to take a 1 times 4 wing panel, put it right there. And then like you got it, yeah. and then you're going to take another 1x4 wing panel, put it right there, and then do another one. So your the start of your tail should look like something like this. And go ahead and paint it real quick before we forget. And obviously turn it metal. Unless if you're already ahead of me, you're thinking I'm hacking into this. You're thinking I'm hacking into your system. I'm already ahead of you. 2 steps. Yeah, good luck. Because if you do that, then your plane's not gonna fly. Because well, you see, my concern, you still got your engines to do. I'm trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then you're gonna go to your control. You're gonna go to your control surfaces, right here, and you want to go to your purple screwdriver, and you want to click this, and then you're going to flip it around when it looks, and it's gonna look like this. You're gonna place down 1, 2, 3, 4. After you've done that, go to the wing panels, and you're gonna take a 1x2. Put that 1x2 wing panel right there, and then you're gonna go to the control surfaces, and you're gonna take a 1x1 control surface, put it right there, and make sure you turn off this right here, and then you're gonna take you're gonna take a 1x3 and put it right here, and you're gonna take a 1x4 and put it right there, I believe. Yes, and then you're gonna take a 1x4, put it right here, and you're gonna go to a 1x2, put it right there, and then after that you're going to take a 1x4 again wing panel, put it right there. Then you're gonna grab a 1x4 delta wing, put it right there on the edge, right here, and then you're going to take another one, put it right there, and then you're going to grab a 1x2, put it right yonder, and then after you've put, so it's gonna look like this, 1, 2, 3, see, like that. And after you've done that, you're gonna take another 1x1 control surface. So you're gonna go here, take a 1x1 control surface, and you're gonna put it like this, just like this, and you're gonna turn this off right here. And then you're gonna grab a motor 2, and you're gonna put that motor 2 that needs to be facing like this right here. And then you're gonna take, and then your settings for the motor 2 will be Z and X. So backwards is gonna be Z, X is gonna be forwards, or you can switch it. That's up to you. Your speed, you're not gonna mess with your speed. Your max torque, you can leave it at where it's at. You don't actually have to mess with anything for your max torque. Your angle. Your max angle, make it 45, your tolerance 15.5 now, and then make sure you have servo on. And that's about it for that. But if you want to mess with your max torque, you can, but it's not really, you don't have to. I'm not going to recommend it to you. But I have mine set to 777. You can set yours to whatever you want. And then you're going to go to you're gonna grab a 1x2 wing panel, put it, no, not right there. You're gonna put it right here. You're gonna make sure it's facing like this. You're gonna go to delta wings. You're gonna grab a 1x1 delta wing, and you're gonna do this. You're gonna do one right here and one right here. And then after that, you're gonna grab a 1x2 delta wing and put it right there. And then once you've done that, your rudder is officially done. And then you'll turn it metal, and then you'll paint all of it, like the whole rudder. Now let's go ahead and go. Oh, my bad. Let's go ahead and save it. So make sure you're saving it in the right. Make sure you're not saving it in. Make sure you're not saving the. Make sure you're not saving it over another build of yours. So be careful of that, because that does happen. Now when you spawn in, make sure everything works. Make sure everything is good. Check your bomb bay. Make sure your door's open. And if they open, make sure your bombs extend properly. And then make sure your gun and your turret works. And then you can also if you press Z and X, your rudder will start to turn. If you let go, it will go back in the middle. Now you can have your rudder on mouse control as well, with all the other, like you can mess with the motors after you're done. And I'll show you what I mean by that at the end of the video. Like not at this video, but when we finish the plane. But I really wouldn't recommend it because it's a bit wee janky. I'm gonna be honest. But on the left side of me, you have the Frankenstein version of the plane, and on the right side, you have the non-Frankenstein. Make sure everything works. Make sure everything is perfect. Make sure everything is working. If everything works, then you should be good to despawn, unless if you want to actually admire the beauty of it when it's spawned in. I mean, that's your choice. I mean, look at this. Look how beautiful this thing is. And you're and you're about to become a proud owner of an Mu-25. Hopefully, if you do it right and if you pay attention, which I know you will. Hopefully. So, see all this? That's where that's gonna go. Sorry for the sarcasm. Forgive me on that one. I wasn't trying to be sarcastic. I was really saying, like, but let's get that done so I can move on to the engines. Because I know, because me and you both want to get it done, so let's do this. Because I'm tired of waiting. I want to get it done. So, oh no, this is in my way. Give me a second, guys. I if you don't mind, I just gotta move this. Everything dragon. What are you doing? I'm moving my plane. Give me a second. I gotta move it further away from the demonstrator. No. Come on, a little further away. Further. Further. Alright, stay right there. Oh, I thought I messed up something else because I'm a little sketchy with the. Well, not really, but that's what I was afraid of. There we go. Problem solved. Alright, okay, so sorry about that, and I remember, I'm not editing none of this because if I edit it, it's just going to take a lot longer. Like, it'll be worth it, but nah. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to grab a 1x4 delta wing, and you want to put them on both sides, like so, and like right here. And then you want to go ahead and let's go ahead and well, I got confused. I looked, like, when I was coming up to look at the demonstration, I noticed that this one was missing, and then my brain said to me, who took a when did Godzilla take a bite out of our plane? where did it go? And then I noticed this. I was like, oh, never mind. I forgot. This is the demonstration. I get confused there. I just want to point out that I get real confused. My brain literally thought Godzilla came and went, ow. Okay, so you want to go. So you want to go to the control surfaces. You want to have a 1x2. Put one right here and do the same side. And obviously, you want to make sure that this is powered off. So you want to turn this off, and then you want to grab a motor 2, and then you're gonna put your motor 2 right here. And let me get you the settings for the angle. So the speed, your speed for your motors is going to be 0.5. Your max torque is going to be all the way up to 1,000. Your max angle would be 50, and your tolerance all the way to 20, and that's about it. Now, if you want to mess with your tolerance, you can. I highly recommend do not touch the speed on the motor. You're thinking, why are you yelling at us? I'm not trying to yell. I'm just trying to get it. I'm just trying to make sure y'all understand. Don't touch the speed. You can mess with the angle. You can mess with the tolerance. You can mess with the torque, just not the speed. Why, if you're wondering, and if you're really curious because I'm saying that, because if you make it like maybe 0.55 or maybe like 1.5, it's going to wobble. Like, it will be extremely wobbly. You need it to be slow. And that's the slowest we can get it without it being like rusty slow. Yeah. Or you can try 0.1, but I wouldn't recommend it. Or you can try 0.10 wouldn't work. I think it'll just be, I don't know. But just do 0.5 because it is perfect. Especially when you're in first person, it's really nice. But I did not mean to yell at you. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me. But after you done that, you're gonna go ahead and grab 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're gonna grab you're gonna go to the wing panels. You're gonna grab so you're gonna wing panel 1x2. Do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And do a fifth one. 5. Because originally before I announced the planes, before I announced it, I was testing everything, right? And I'm not gonna make this long, but I was testing everything, and the original length for this, like for this right here, it was actually that small. It was actually 4. That's how small it was. The original length was. So I just, because it was wobbling, so I was like, wait, maybe if I increase it, that'll help. And it helped, but it also made it look a lot cooler. So you're gonna make sure you want to do 5. So that's 4, 5, okay. And then you want to grab it's gonna be simple. Just grab a wing panel 1x4, and then do what I'm doing. And then you want to switch to a 1x2, and then go ahead and do the other side. And then after you have done that, my friends, you can now go ahead and paint it. Or you don't have to if you don't want to. You can wait. If you want to wait until you get the whole entire thing, until you get the whole entire wing section completed, then sure. And if I can, hopefully if I can, I'll try to start on the main wings for the engines. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but this is not the final part, because the final part's going to be it might be tomorrow, and if not, because I might be busy, if not tomorrow, then it might be the next day. I'm hoping because on Sundays I don't upload, I don't record, I don't do anything, I don't edit, because it's a day off for me on Sundays. So for each channel, for all 3 of my channels, I take a day off on Sunday because, well, I need a day off at least, and y'all can agree. So what you want to do is you want to go to the wing panels. I think it's a 1x3, but let me double check. Yes, that is 1x3, and put it right here on the side. And now about my group channel, the upload process. Like, you're probably thinking, how many videos are you gonna upload on your group channel? Well, it depends. Like, I might upload some War Thunder content, some Enlisted, some robot. It's random content, but you won't really see a lot of like those games that I just like War Thunder and War Teams, but you won't really see those as much because those are gonna be going on my main channel, not here. But I'm gonna try to upload Gary's Mod, Brick Rigs, Stormworks, and Resident Evil 7, and any other games that I can get my hands on. Even if they're free games, or if they're Roblox games like Black Ops Rescue Mission 5, or if they're like silly little, little silly like .io games, I will try to upload them here, including tutorials of like in games of what I can do. So if y'all don't mind, be patient with the uploads on here, but on my main channel, also be patient because whenever I'm busy making videos for my group channel, if I haven't uploaded anything on my main channel, and you notice that, then that means you should go to my group channel and you should see if I have any recent uploads. If I do, then that should tell you, oh hey, he's been real busy, so I'm gonna give him a break. I'm not like, no one's been bugging me about it. I just want to point that out just in case. So I'm gonna grab a wing panel 1x3 and put them right here. Don't put in a third one, just put 2, because if you do that, then it's not gonna move. And then you're gonna do grab a 1x4 wing panel, whatever I just said, and put it right here. And then you're doing another one, and then you're gonna go grab a Delta Wing 1x4, put it on the sides, and then you don't know what that was. And then you wanna, I don't know, I'm trying to make sure I'm doing everything right and wrong. Okay, so then you're gonna want to grab a 1x3, put it right here, do something like that. And then you're gonna want to go ahead and grab going to grab a control surface 1x2, and you want to turn this off. So click on the purple screwdriver, the purple screwdriver, and you want to sorry, I'm really trying to get this done. You want to make sure you turn this off, and do exactly what I did. So like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where are we at right now? We're at 38 minutes. That's actually not bad, even the fact that and go ahead and paint and turn metal. Even though the fact that I was telling you guys about the process of uploading, I know that was a bit long, and I'm sorry, but like I said, this is gonna be unedited, because if I edit it, you're not gonna know, because I would just usually cut that out and you wouldn't really know about that process, and then it'll just be pointless. So I at least gotta get it out somewhere. And then you want to go ahead and grab another Delta Wing 1x3, put it at the edge, and then you're gonna and you do the same thing on the other side. And then you're gonna grab a control surface 1x1, put it right here, and then grab a 1x2, put it on top of that, and then do the other side, and make sure you power, and make sure you take this off. So make sure you have set controls automatic off. You don't want that on, because they're not gonna really be useful, and if you keep them on, they might mess with the actual planes, elevator in the back, which is this right here. For anybody who doesn't know planes, this is called a this is called a stabilizer. This is called a vertical stabilizer, and then these are called wings. I'm pretty sure they also have a those also have a name like a stabilizer name. I'm pretty sure it's a horizontal, if I'm correct. But these right here, these are also called elevators. Also known as the tail, also known as the, like, look, the rudder, the fin. Like, this has many names. The rudder, the fin, the vertical stabilizer. Yeah, it has a lot. Trust me, there's so much to point my brain literally just froze. It's like, hold up, not again. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab a wing panel 1x3, and you're gonna do 1, 2. How dare they? Okay, so you're gonna do 1, 2. Oops, no, 2, and then let me go ahead and careful, SpongeBob. I was talking about myself. Careful, me. You're thinking, what did you do that for? I had to remove it. Because after this, all we gotta do is the engines and the bombs, and you're done. I'm curious. Okay, honest opinion. Do y'all think I'll be able to finish it in this video, or we'll see. So what you're gonna do is, let me remove that. Hold on. I gotta move this over a bit. Oh, I can't. Okay. Give me a second. Or a minute or two. Whoa, that's a little bit too close for comfort. Okay, that works right there. Okay, so what you're gonna do is we are going to put a one, or if you've already done that, you've probably already filled that up on your end. But if you haven't, then yeah, then go ahead and do that. But once you've done that, let's go ahead and paint those. Turn them metal real quick. Paint them because that's bothering me. It's bothering me. I don't know about you, but probably not. And then you're gonna move down to a delta wing 1x1, and you're gonna do exactly what I just did. And then in the middle of it, you're gonna put a wing panel 1x1. So like this. And don't worry, those the other Mu-25s, the other two Mu-25s that I'm gonna be doing tutorials of. And yes, I don't know if I said this in part 5, but if I didn't, I'm gonna say it again in part 6, or maybe the final, but probably not. I hope. I hope it is. In part 6, go ahead and save it real quick. Let's see how much it is. Okay, the reason why yours is probably less, mine's more because of the demonstration. That's why. Now go ahead and spawn it in and make sure everything works. So, what was I gonna say again? God dang it, ADHD. You gotta love it. So let me go ahead and open the bomb bay and make sure that opens. It does. Good. Okay, let it open, and then let me go ahead and extend the button. Hi there, how you doing? Okay, let me press F and make sure those motors move. Yep, they do. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the landing gear back in, open the hatch, shut the landing gear doors. Obviously there's no sound because I'm not really worried about the speakers because there's no point about putting the sounds in right now. But if y'all really want to put sounds in, okay, how about this? Do me a favor. If you guys want the original sounds for the people who have speakers, if y'all want the sounds, or I mean, if y'all want the audio IDs that I'm using for the Mu-25 that you're building, if y'all want it so it sounds exactly like the original, so if we ever meet, or if I ever see y'all, and if we ever get to do formations together, which I would love to do that eventually, one day, maybe eventually I'll get to do that someday, I just don't know when. But if that ever happens, and if y'all really want that, let me know in the comments down below, and I will either make a separate video about it. It'll be like a short video, you know, showcasing like all, you know, all the audio sounds and, you know, everything that you need to do to, you know, match like the thing. And you can also mess with it if you want, you know, to match like, you know, the landing gear door sounds if you need. And yeah, but if you don't want it, then don't comment, and yeah, that's it. And now if you want to use your own audio ID that you have saved, or if you want to look for some, just go to the Roblox. Let me show you. Just go. So okay, look. Okay, so I'm on PC. So you want to do is you want to click on the create, or you want to click on the create button. And when you click on the create button, you're gonna go down to store, and you're gonna click on store, and you're gonna click on audio. Once you've clicked on audio, then right here you can type in anything that you need. Simple as that. But if you, I don't know about mobile players. If you are building this plane, I highly recommend you guys, when you're done with it, I highly recommend y'all immediately, and y'all don't have to remove it. And this is only for mobile players only. Console players, I don't think you guys are gonna even be able to, because I know console players, I know you have like limits, unless if you have a keyboard or something. If you have a keyboard, then use that. If you have like a keyboard and mouse, but not like, you know, if you don't have a PC but you have a keyboard and mouse so you can hook up to your console, try that and see if that works, and it should. Then you should be able to. But if you don't, then I'll try to see if I can make some planes for console players. But I need to know if there's any console players that play Plane Crazy. I don't know how many, but if any of y'all come across this video, can y'all please tell me how many buttons y'all have? Like, I have friends that have consoles, but is it like different for each different like console, like for Xbox and PlayStation and all that? If it is, let me know. Because my friends, they all have Xbox, so and I have PC, so just let me know, and then I will try, and I'll try to figure out some like planes for y'all. I might have to get I might have to get like a controller or something. I might have to buy me something like a controller so I can figure it out myself, because I generally want you guys to have something too, you know. But if everything works, then yeah, and now what you want to do is you want to unanchor yourself, and then you just want to hit the gas. You see, guys, this is how it's done. You know, for a second there, I actually was flying. I'm sorry for the long monologue, but the stuff that I said was extremely important, because I generally want to know all that stuff. Bark. But after you've tested it and saved it, and make sure you don't save it over another project. After you've done that, give me a second. Since this is going to be unedited, I can't cut this part. What I'm about to do is I'm about to remove this part of the demonstration. So do me a favor. Don't do what I'm doing. Okay, so I gotta line up perfectly. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful. Oh yeah, that's great. That's perfect. That's just what I needed. Yeah. Is it just Princess? Is it just me, or is your bark muffled to me? I swear to God, my dog's bark sounds muffled. Weird. Okay. Maybe I'm going deaf. No. I mean, like, No. That's probably nothing. Okay, so Okay. Let's see if my brain can remember. Hold on, guys. Don't do anything. My brain is trying to figure something out here. Because the flaps are in this certain direction. I'm trying to figure out how to. You know, technically I could just take this and just move it over, but I can technically connect it, but I gotta make sure I do it correctly. Come on, we can do this. Okay, so go down to the delta wing 1 times 4 and put it right there, and then do the same side, and then you're gonna want to grab a 1 times 3 wing panel, do 2 of them, and then you're gonna want to grab a control surface 1 times 2, and then I think it's gonna be and then you're gonna do another 1 times 2 right there, and then you're gonna do a 1 times 1, and you're gonna grab a 1 delta wing 1 times 1 and put it on the corner like that. Then go ahead and go to your purple screwdriver, which would be number 3 for the PC players, and you're gonna want to click on your control surfaces, and you're gonna want to copy and then paste it, and then make sure you turn off make sure you have all these off on these right here, so it doesn't mess with the plane. And then you're gonna go ahead and turn it metal. And then paint it gray. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the wing panels, and we're gonna put a wing panel 1 times 4 right here, both sides. Gonna do 1 in the front, like so. Oops, what was that? And then we're gonna do. Then we'll do 1 here. 1 here, and then we're gonna go all the way down to the 1 times 1 wing panel, and then you're gonna do 1, 2, I believe. Go up. Thank you. No, sorry. You're gonna remove those. You're gonna do 1, 2. That's what it's supposed to look like, and then you're gonna do. And then you're going to do a 1 times 4 again, like that, and then you're going to put 1 right here, and then you're going to do a wing panel 1 times 1, do that. Then you're going to do the other side. Accordingly. And then you're going to grab a half block. Put the half block like this, so make sure it's facing down like that, and you're gonna fill in those holes because that's gonna hold the disconnector. And then after you're done with that, you're gonna go down to the disconnector, and you're gonna put whatever. You're gonna do what I just did there. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to. So for the left side, here's the keybind for the disconnectors on the left. It would be left control. For the right side, it'll be right control. So I'll just do this, right control, I mean not right shift, no, not right shift. Or you could make it right shift, like if you want to, you can, but you're gonna have to have the bomb bay open. You're gonna have to have the bomb bay doors. You're gonna have to have the bombs, you're gonna have to have your bombs and your bomb bay out and ready to drop and extended if you're gonna do that. But for now, just do what I'm doing. So the right side is gonna be right control. After that, you are going to go grab the explosive block, and then you're gonna make your blast pressure all the way at max, and you're gonna put your impact speed all the way to 5, and you're gonna turn on all of these 3, and then you're gonna make your key. Your key is going to be the exact same as your is gonna be the exact same as the as the key to drop the to drop the bomb. So for the left side, to activate the bomb, it will be left control, because when you drop it, it activates it. It's pretty simple. So you're gonna do 3 like that, and then you're gonna do another one, and then do one more on the front, and then after you've done that, go ahead and switch that keybind to right shift. To right control. Sorry, right control, not right shift. Sorry about that. And then you're gonna do that, and then after that, you can go to the block, and you can put a block here, then here, behind it. And then you're gonna take a half ball and then put it at the very on the tip of the bomb. You don't have to, because it actually will help. It actually will. Doesn't matter, but you don't have to. But I just do that for detail. And then let's go ahead and do paint the whole thing black. Oops, my bad. Excuse me. And then let's go ahead and turn this metal, including the disconnectors. And including the wings. And I don't know why that's colored a different color, but it is. But there we go. I fixed it. Now, let's go ahead and paint these wings and go ahead and save the plane. And let me double check, make sure I saved it. Okay, it's saved. And now since it's saved, let's go and spawn in. Let's double check, make sure everything works. Hold up, that's not right. Why are you doing that? I don't know why mine's doing that. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and press F. Why is everything inverted? What? Y'all should be perfectly fine. Mine, I think it's probably because of, like, again, I think it's because of the demonstration. It most likely is. Yeah, most likely has to be. Go ahead and put your landing gear in. Open your bomb bay doors. Shut your landing gear doors. Bring out your bombs. And test your rudder. Make sure it works properly. And if it does, and also test your hatch. Test your one cannon that you have. You're gonna get a second one. You're gonna get 2 more. You're gonna have 3 eventually. You're gonna have 1 because you have 1 in the middle, and then you're gonna have 2 on the wings. But don't worry, we're gonna get there. Yeah. So that's what it should look like. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop right here. And either tomorrow or the next day, I will finish up. As I don't know if I'll be able to finish up today because it's starting to get to the point to where I need to take a break. So, and also make sure you drop your bombs, see if they work. That's not good. So the bombs did not drop, so that means there's something wrong. So that, you see, this is why we test things here. So let's see, what's the reason for it not dropping? Did I forget something? Let me spawn that in again. Okay, it dropped. Okay, there you go. Now it's fixed for me. That was weird. And then we dropped the right bombs. Okay. So you gotta make sure that your bombs are able to drop, the ones that are on the wings, and obviously still test your one. Obviously still test the bombs that are in the bomb bay as well. Test those as well. I'm not gonna say you wouldn't have to, because you're gonna have to, just in case, and like test everything. When like you only have to do testing whenever you're building the plane. When it's done, you're gonna have to do a little bit more testing just to be on the safe side. But once you are certain that the plane is ready to go and is ready to fly and is ready to be enjoyed by you, the new owner of a Mu-25-HI-77, which